This is a video presentation of the Pardini SP, a competition semi-auto pistol in 22 LR caliber. It is used in the ISSF events Sport Pistol, Standard Pistol and Rapid Fire Pistol. The HP model in 32 Smith & Wesson Long Caliber is used in the Center Fire Pistol event. Pardini Army is the company that produces this pistol. It is an Italian company based in Lido di Camaiore in the Toscana province. It's a relatively small firm and relatively new, being established in 1976 by Giampiero Pardini, an auto mechanic with a passion for sport shooting. He started his shooting career in 1970, but was not satisfied with the pistols available on the market. In 1975, he designed a pistol for the free pistol event, which was his favorite event. With this pistol, he won several internal and international competitions. A few other athletes tried the pistol and had immediate score increases, so they ordered their own pistols from Pardini. He gave up the auto mechanic job and started his own firearms producing company. The first gun was the PGP-75 single shot for the free pistol event. In 1981, a collaboration between the Pardini and Fiocchi companies is done to distribute the weapons at international level. Also, the P10 model is introduced, a single-stroke pneumatic air pistol. In 1983, the GPO, the SPE and the MP models are released. In 1984, the K58, a single-stroke pneumatic air pistol, is released. In 1988, the K60, a CO2 air pistol, is released. In 1990, the K90 is released, also a CO2 pistol. In the same year, the collaboration between Pardini and Fiocchi ends, and Pardini established its own distribution and service network. In 1991, the pistol line is renewed with the GP and GPS models in 22 short caliber, SP in the 22 LR caliber, HP in the 32 Smith & Wesson long caliber, and the K50 free pistol in 22 LR caliber. In 1993, a collaboration with Ralph Schumann and Roberto Di Donna is started, two Olympic champions that will bring fame to the Pardini team. In 1996, another CO2 air pistol model is introduced, the K2. In 1999, the GT models are released. These are big-bore semi-auto pistols for dynamic shooting. In 2002, the GPE model is introduced, a 22 short semi-auto pistol with an electronic trigger. In 2004, the SP new in 22LR and the HP new in 32 Smith & Wesson long are released. In 2008, the K10 PCP air pistol is released. Also, the free pistol lineup is refreshed with the FPM and FPE models. In 2012, the K12 PCP air pistol is released. In 2013, the GPR-1 PCP air rifle is introduced. In 2021, the FR-22 small bore rifle is introduced. In 2024, the SP and HP pistols are upgraded to the high-tech models. Pardini Army is a small company and it produces guns exclusively for sports shooting. It started with one lathe and one mill, and around the year 2000 it reached 20 employees and 14 CNC machines. All the components and coatings are produced in-house, including the rifled barrels. These barrels are tapered towards the muzzle, which gives superior accuracy and better recoil control. This model is the SP New, and is the most used competition semi-auto pistol at this time. It was built in 2018, as it's marked here on the frame. The other markings are the model SP and the caliber 22LR. No other markings except, of course, the serial number and the proof marks are on the pistol. There's the company, again the model and the country of manufacture, but nothing else. There are older models also named SP. The difference is that those do not have the recoil mitigation system and can be told apart by the narrower barrel and the shape of the trigger. From the factory it arrives in this plastic case, which contains the pistol, optionally of course the conversion kit, which has the replacement barrel and replacement bolt. It comes with two 22 LR magazines and two 32 Smith & Wesson magazines, a set of Allen keys in this bag, but I removed them in the meantime, and a cleaning kit which contains brushes and a rod to be mounted here for cleaning, and lastly two replacement firing pins, one for 22 and one for 32. The SP is a competition semi-auto pistol with the magazine placed in front of the trigger. This configuration is preferred by the sports shooters because it allows the grip to be any shape and any position. On the pistols where the magazine is in the grip, either inserted from below or there are some where you insert the magazine from above, it limits the position and the shape of the grip. The magazine release button is this flap underneath the trigger guard. This is the 22 LR magazine and this is the 32 Smith & Wesson long magazine. Both are made of metals and both contain a maximum of 5 rounds. The 22 has a small stub on the side to aid in loading, but the 32 one does not. Interestingly, the SP model has the ejector as part of the magazine. This one here and this one here. Most of the other guns that I know of have the ejector as a fixed part in the frame or even inside the bolt. The Pardini has it here as part of the feed lips of the magazines. This makes the magazines more problematic if you drop them, so you have to be more careful with handling them. But on the other side, you can buy new ones. They are not cheap, they are quite expensive, but they can be replaced. I don't know of any other gun that has the ejector as part of the magazine. The action of the pistol is, as with all other 22 LRs, is simple blowback, and it has an internal hammer. Also, as with most 22 LR pistols, there is no slide and the barrel is fixed to the frame. The bolt is operated by these two lateral handles, where you can either hold them like this or like this. They are also sometimes called Pop-Tarts. The bolt can be locked to the rear using this button, so push like this, and then with the trigger, with the other finger you press the button and the bolt remains locked to the rear, and then to release it, just a small press and then the bolt drops forward. Also to note, the bolt does not lock open on the last round. You have to manually lock it open with this button. The weight of the pistol with the empty magazine is 1085 grams. That's 2 pounds and 6.3 ounces. This is in the SP configuration with additional 25 grams in weights stuck beneath the barrel. In the HP configuration is almost the same, plus minus 10 grams. For a semi-auto pistol, it's quite light. The pistol complies with the ISSF rules of 300 by 150 by 50 millimeters. The line of sight is 220 millimeters. I added some material here in the back to have better support. My hand is a little long, so now it reaches the end of the palm. But without this part, it's exactly 30 centimeters. The trigger is one of the biggest selling points for the Pardini. It is arguably the best trigger of any semi-auto gun in the world. It's also extremely adjustable with 7 adjustment screws. You can see there are four screws there. Actually, this one is 2 concentric screws. There's another one here, there's another one here, and there are a couple more underneath the grip. Right now it's configured with a very short first stage of around 500 grams and a crisp second stage that brings the total trigger weight to just over 1000 grams as mandated by the ISSF rules. The trigger wall is very firm, there is absolutely no creep, and then it breaks like glass, and there's just a very tiny over travel. It could be eliminated, but it's better to have a little over travel, otherwise you can have a lockup. A very good trigger. The internal trigger components are accessible from side windows cut into the frame for inspection, cleaning and lubrication. But the trigger components cannot be dismounted from the gun as a trigger unit. The sights are adjustable like any other competition gun. The front sight is replaceable by unscrewing the screw and replacing the whole part. You can get different front sights with different widths. The rear sight is adjustable this is the elevation button and this is the windage button. I use a USB-C adapter to turn the screws because they are not turnable by hand, are very hard. You really struggle to turn them by hand, but with this one it's quite easy. There's also another configuration or adjustability. You can modify the width of the rear side notch by using this small side screw. Like I said, this is the SP configuration, but I also have the HP conversion kit where you change the caliber to 32 Smith & Wesson Wadcutter. You can buy it as SP with an HP conversion kit or the other way around. To install the conversion kit that has the barrel, the bolt and the recoil spring with its guide rod. The first step is to remove the barrel by unscrewing this frontal big screw with an Allen key. And removing the barrel. magazine should have been taken out first, and then the dry fire plug and the 22 bolt, spring and guide rod. The 32 kit has the exact same parts but with different dimensions. Take care not to mix them up. The 32 bolt looks the same, but the handles are thicker. These are the two sets of components. Be careful with the springs. They are not the same. The guide rod for the 22 is longer than the guide for the 32, but the 32 spring is thicker than the 22 spring and a bit shorter. So this was the 32, this one's the 22. This is the complete disassembly of the pistol that has to be done for cleaning as well. The grip can be also removed by that screw, but is not necessary for cleaning. The grip has no adjustment options. All modifications must be done by sculpting the wood, so you cannot turn it any direction. It's fixed only one way to the frame, and that's it. The frame is made out of aluminum and cannot be disassembled any further. This makes cleaning inside a bit tricky, as there is no direct access to the hammer and its parts. The hammer is down there. Until 2016, there was a rubber buffer in the back, but after that year it was removed from new production models, so this one does not have a rubber buffer. Another distinctive and very appreciated feature of the Pardini SP is the recoil mitigation system. It is situated here in the front around the muzzle, and it gives the pistol this square blocky look. To see it, we have to remove these two screws and take out this plate. These are torque screws, and take care when unscrewing these because this plate is under spring tension. So you have to keep the pressure on this and unscrew slowly while keeping your fingers on the plate. You don't want those small springs to fly. So one screw, the other screw, and then carefully. And here it is. Under the plate we find 6 cavities containing 6 small springs and 6 cylindrical weights. These weights move in counterbalance when the pistol is firing and thus reduce felt recoil, and so the muzzle rises less. Besides the SP and HP models, there is another model in the family, the SP Rapid Fire, an optimized model for the rapid fire pistol event. It is in the same caliber 22LR, but it has a few modifications. The side handles are smaller, and that makes the bolt lighter and so cycling faster. The barrel is also a bit larger, and the recoil weights are heavier because they are made of tungsten instead of steel. The new high-tech models do not have significant modifications from the previous generation. The bolt side handles have a different shape. The bolt and the frame have a different coating and the magazines are made out of polymer. But there is a negative side to the Pardini guns. Their cost is quite high. The SP model is around 2,500 euros and the new SP high-tech is around 2,900 euros. An HP conversion kit is around 1,300 euros. The success of the Pardini company is due first and foremost to the SP model. Starting with the 2004 Athens Olympiad, where Ralph Schumann won the gold medal in rapid-fire pistol and Maria Grozdeva won the gold medal in sport pistol, the Pardini semi-auto pistol were always on the podium. At London 2012, all the models in the 25-meter events were won with the Pardini SP pistols, and at Tokyo 2020 and Paris 2024, all the finalists were using Pardini pistols, and around 90% of all the shooters at the starting line were using Pardinis. The Pardini domination in the 25-meter events is complete.